Welcome back, Hand and Satchel. Today we're going to be doing an incredible video where we're going to be talking and using the baits, these lures and baits, testing them in water, but not just giving you the top view. Also, we're going to be giving you the inside the water view of how they actually perform. And that's going to be exciting, so let's dive right into the video. For starters, we've got all these baits lined up, and they were most of them, except this one over here that is actually on a fishing rod already. Let me just unhook this. It's on the Berkeley cherrywood with that little weight. Most of them are going to be strung up with this Strand 6-pound fishing line. Now, that's exciting. What's more exciting is actually what's on this rod. It's got a Daiwa reel, and it has a spider wire that is 50-pound fishing line. Now, we don't know what's going to be biting out of here, but I can imagine a 50-pound line would be necessary. But first, we'll just start off. Next, so let's dive right in. Should we start with that one? Or let's start with a nice one, this little guy. Let's see what we can do. We're just going to toss him in and get ready for it. First, we're going to start off with the top view. That looks like a fish right over here there. You can see the bubbles. So we've got that. Oh. Just jigging along. That's a weightless jig. It's very light and floaty. Now let's give you the inside view, what you came here for. Next off, we have this little trout lure. Let's see how it performs from the top, and then we'll begin to test it. That looks like a trout right there. Let's cast. Well, nothing special, that's for sure. I mean, it flashes, which I think is what's supposed to happen to get the trout to bite. We'll call that a success. I'll still show it to you from underneath. Pretend it's not already hooked on other fishing line. This is what happens. I'll just have to toss the whole thing in there. There you go. Next off, we're going to be using this trout, and by that I mean panfish little thing. It's got a little dart head weight on it, as you can see right there. Right. Let me try and make that a bit clearer for you guys. There. You can see that. Looks like it's meant to look like a little grub, but let's test it out from the top. There's panfish. Hey, I like that sinking action. It sinks nice. I would bite that if I was a fish. Now from underneath. Next up, we've got this little weight, and this is specifically for trout. Let's drop it in, and let's see what happens. So we have the weight and the thing. They're both sitting at the bottom. I kind of expected it would float. This is like science, except it's fishing science, which makes it all the better. Now let's drop it in. Next, for this little trout spinner that I was about to show you a minute ago, we'll drop that in. As you can see, ooh, I like that. I actually like that. That's good. I like that. That's great. Now, before I actually put the camera into the water, I just want to let you guys know, I have right here 2 other things that I could be unboxing, but I don't know if you guys like fishing videos, especially done by yours truly, Hand and Satchel. So, if you want to see me throw this spoon in the water and test its action, or throw this Strike King spinner bait mini, then please subscribe. Now, let's subscribe. Oh, and let me just set some goals. If you want to see this thrown in, make this video get to 10 likes. If you want to see that thrown in, make this video get to, let's say, 50 likes. That's a pretty big difference, but let's now drop this thing in and give you guys a good... Now, saving some of the best for last, we have this classic weighted lure worm. We're going to drop that in there because I need to let you guys know. First of all, the line you see, you can probably actually see the line now. That's because it's 50-pound braided spider wire. Next thing to point out, that worm is this worm. Got tons of those worms. These are yum worms. I did not mean to just throw that my entire bag in that. Also, if you wanna see in that same video where I'll be doing these, if you guys hit that like button, I'll also I can use these. These are some impulse worms if you guys haven't seen them before, but enough of those for now. That time I did mean to throw them. last but not least, if you really wanted to go by that little grub that I was talking about before, this little guy, if you thought he was cool, and he kind of is, that is a trout magnet. Just thought I'd let you guys know what I'm working with. The rest of them, I cannot remember exactly what they were. On the last one, I'll be able to tell you. This guy, who's coming up next, my crankbait type thing. Comment down below what it is when I show it to you. This guy, whatever he is from, let me see, Lee and Perrins. So now that you guys know, let's get back to this. Let's try him out. Wow, he works just like I thought. That weight is, that looks fishy. And what it's supposed to look like is a worm. So it's doing its job. Because imagine if it's being pulled by a reel, which I'm trying to emulate. You can see that clear worm abilities coming out. It's a natural, really. Wow, I just completely knocked it into my camera. But I'll just take a couple of photos too right now. Wow, that one's actually fun to do. You should just grab a bowl of water at your home and just throw a worm and a weight in and just shake it. It is oddly satisfying. Now I shall stick the camera in the water with our worm, and you will see what will happen. I'd say that's pretty good. Last but not least, let's get on to our Lee and Perrins little guy. This guy I personally caught quite a few fish on. It's pretty good. As you can see, he floats. I've still got line in here from something else. 1 second. Alright, now that I got that cleared up, I'll give you the top view. And as he's pulled, he kind of comes under, and I'm not sure this is enough water for you to really see. But if you're jigging him, he'll imitate a sort of injured fish, which is what you're supposed to go for. Sometimes I stick a weight right there. Right now it's not. You guys can't see it. Normally I'd be fishing it with heavier line, but today is not normally. Most days I don't just sit around with a bowl of water in my living room. So, here you are. Here's from the... Well, that last one kind of turned out into a complete and utter disaster, but I think you get the idea. I'll do it again from the top to make up for it. If you enjoyed this video, please reach out to some fishing lure company or fishing reel company. Let them know that I'd love to be sponsored. More importantly, if you don't feel like doing that, please hit that subscribe button, like the video to know that I should keep doing it, because these videos are unedited until I realize that people want to actually see them. Thanks for watching. I'm just going to close the video by throwing around this worm, because that was so much fun. And Axe and Satchel, signing off.